Hello there, Mr. Haslett here. What I thought I'd do is I'd show in this video a little bit of progress with a city made with two-point perspective. So let me show you what I'm working with. I have 2 points, like I mentioned, and I've set this up where I've got some basic building shapes below a horizon. So if I go to the left, you'll see there's the left vanishing point. And if I go to the right, you'll see the right vanishing point. So as I'm showing this in more of a detailed mode, I want you to know that every time a line goes up a little bit over here, what I'm doing is I'm taking my ruler and I'm aiming to that right vanishing point. But I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here, so that's why I'm so close up. Okay, here are some problem points or things to consider. So if I zoom in over here, I'm going to show you some of these doors. Now, let's say you've got this little alcove inside of a building. If you want to make sure that these open areas are the same height, what you need to do is take your ruler and on the left side of the surface of the building, point up to that left vanishing point and make a little mark over here. And then I'm going to, you see this light tracer line? That right side goes to the right vanishing point. I do a small tracing line, and then that becomes the top of my next doorway. That way I'm sure that these are the same height. Here's something else to consider if you have two buildings next to each other. If I want to make sure they're the same distance away from the road, so to make sure the sidewalk is the same, then when I'm having built the first building, if I do a light line over here and continue, I know that these buildings are the same distance away. Just like the others, you can't actually take your ruler and measure because things change exponentially with 1 and 2-point perspective. Here's something too. Do you see these lines right over here? I want to go for a different kind of shape for this building, something that's not just a block. So what I decided to do was first I drew the top. I did this little zigzag, and then I'm finding out the inside of that wall. That's why I drew these lightly. This inside, kind of like the walkway, that alcove as well, goes up to the right vanishing point. And then I do a vertical. And if I can match these up, wherever they cross over, that's my corner. Then I can use that corner and see how it matches up with that line? Dot to the line, however far I want it to go, and I can match up with that corner. But I left this here so I could show all of you. That's how that's done. That's how you can line these up. Here's something else. Here's my archway. Now these archways, they don't have to go all the way to the ground. You can build some that are a little bit more intricate. Let me show you an example. I'm going to build another box on the side. So here, I'm not going to worry about thickness yet. I'm going to continue these lines that I have. Here I'm going up to that right vanishing point. Now I'm going to make this archway. 1 and 2, crossing the corners. And then put a vertical in between those. Straight up and down. Now, this is the same setup as the first archway. But let's say I don't want it to go down to the ground. I could put another line through the middle here, or honestly, however high I want it to be. And I'm making a new start point, a new midpoint, and a new end point. So let's do that. Usually I start in the back. It's a little steeper and go that way. And I can continue this, continue this. I'm making them a little bit darker so it's easier to see. And then I'm going to do that low line. This is going to point to that left vanishing point. And then I'm going to do some shading. So this is hatching, like I showed in another video, lines next to each other. But if we do shading underneath, it's a little easier to tell that form. So here, these are a little bit different. I think this one on the right has a little bit more style. What would you like to do? That's a good question. So here's some points that could help. Let me do one other. Sometimes when people do a pyramid, and the exercise I showed in the other video, then they have trouble figuring out how to add it to their own piece. Well, anytime you have a square, you can go from there. So I could cross these corners, go up from there, however tall I want that pyramid to be, and then draw down. This could work really well for a pyramid. Or I could even put it on the side. This would be a really weird building. I don't know if this would fit whatever kind of theme that you'd be going for. Students in my classes, remember you have to choose a theme, and so all of these shapes somehow, some way have to fit that theme. But here I've got a square on the side of the building. I can do the same thing with crossing the corners. It's small enough, I'm just going to go for it. And then the question is, how do I do this midpoint when it's at a side? With my other pyramid, I just went straight up, like the backbone of the pyramid. But what do I do here? How does the backbone go sideways? You thinking about it? What I'm going to do, I'm going to line it up with the left vanishing point. So well done if that's what you're thinking of. I want to make this obvious, so I'm going to do a long line. I'm going to end right here. Notice how I'm not ending where these lines are. I want this to be really obvious what it's part of what building. If I end that pyramid on these lines that are already here, it's going to look like they're connected in a weird way. It's not going to look right. So from the end of my pyramid, I'm going to go down to the four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll make some of these stronger so we can see them a better. And then I'm going to erase what I don't need. That would be these in-betweens. And now I've got this pyramid shape coming out of a building. So that's pretty fun. But let me show you an advanced shape. You don't have to leave it like a pyramid too. I could use the right vanishing point and even trim it a little bit. Notice I'm going to go in between these two verticals here. See that line there? I'm going to trim it, and I'm going to do a vertical. And then if I do 2 more light verticals, I can find that bottom corner. And what this is going to look like is a pyramid that is cut off a little bit. Now I erase what I don't need. Look at that. It's a pyramid shape, but it's got a piece cut out. So sometimes people want to do things like skate ramps. But that kind of looks like that roving robot in Star Wars. You have a Star Wars theme, that could work really well. So it was really odd shape. Oh, it's like an old style TV from the 80s too. You can have an 80s theme. Wow, there's so many possibilities. All right, so those are some problem points, or some points where people are like, now how exactly do I do this? I've got kind of an idea, but is there a technical way of doing it? Is there a more accurate way? So hopefully those pointers can help you as you're developing your own city, if a city is what you're going for. Thanks for watching.